May 2025 opens up a journey of profound challenges and introspection for Aquarius. Pluto, the planet of power and rebirth, begins its retrograde motion right in Aquarius on May 3rd, initiating an intense inner cycle unlike anything you've experienced before. These aren't noisy external disruptions, but rather silent, deep shifts within your soul. You'll start to clearly sense the undercurrents in your mind, the doubts about past decisions, the realization that certain relationships no longer fit, and the urge to redefine the path you truly want to follow. All the questions you once pushed aside in daily life now rise to the surface, demanding your attention and honesty. The world around you may appear to continue as usual, but inside, quiet emotional earthquakes are beginning to take shape. Each inner tremor feels like a call, urging you to dismantle what no longer serves and begin building a new foundation for your future. This month doesn't require you to act quickly. It asks you to be deeply honest with your own heart. Pay attention. May doesn't just stop at silent emotions. Concrete events will also begin to unfold, one after another, like small milestones signaling your internal transformation. At first, they may come gently, almost unnoticed. But each experience carries its own message, nudging Aquarius to step deeper into the process of personal change. Let's take a closer look at the shifts that await you this month. 1. A significant relationship may come to an end. This month, you may find yourself facing the need to let go of a relationship that once felt very close. Under the influence of Pluto retrograding right in Aquarius, connections that are no longer aligned will naturally begin to crack. It could be a friend, a partner, or even an old flame you thought you had forgotten. Not that anyone did something wrong, simply that each of you is changing in very different directions. When differences can no longer be bridged, distance will naturally grow. This is a period when you'll have to make some important decisions, hold on, or learn to let go in order to free yourself. There may be a sense of regret, but remember, what leaves now is making room for something newer and more aligned. Aquarius is entering a new chapter, and clearing away old relationships is the very first step toward opening that new path in your life. 2. Unexpected shifts in your career. From May 10th to 20th, your work life may begin to feel more stifling than usual. Those working in teams or under someone else's supervision may feel like they're being squeezed into a space that's far too tight. Responsibilities pile up, but recognition doesn't increase. Unreasonable expectations from superiors or co-workers can easily wear you down. This discomfort is no coincidence. During this time, with both Venus and Mercury moving through Gemini, the environment, especially in communication and workflow, will change rapidly. You may find yourself juggling more information, dealing with constantly shifting expectations, or sensing that the values you once held dear in your work are no longer respected. What once felt like small differences can gradually grow into barriers that make you feel you no longer belong there. Some Aquarians will quietly start seeking new opportunities, switching jobs, learning new skills, or even nurturing the idea of starting their own business. But it's also important to remember that under Gemini's volatile energy, emotions this month can fluctuate wildly. So, if you're thinking of leaving, make sure you've mapped things out clearly and prepared your next steps instead of making a rash decision just to soothe a temporary feeling. 3. Financial fluctuations. A period to proceed with great caution. This period of financial upheaval is not random. As the sun shifts from Taurus into Gemini by the end of May, your energetic focus also changes, from material stability to flexible adaptation. This shift can make your cash flow and income streams less stable than usual. Unexpected expenses may arise, and you might feel like, no matter how much I earn, it's never quite enough. Additionally, since Gemini rules communication and negotiation, all financial dealings this month, contracts, investments, transactions, carry a higher risk of misunderstandings. A vague phrase or unclear term could easily lead to disputes or unintended losses. Especially if you're investing with others, be sure to review every agreement carefully and pause before signing anything new. This month, the best financial principle for you is hold on to what you already have. Now is not the time to take bold risks or spend on plans that aren't clearly laid out. Security, control, and restraint are the 3 golden keywords that will help you navigate the sudden financial waves of May. 4. The emergence of a new opportunity. Amid all the turbulence of May, the universe still has a small gift for you. A new opportunity will unexpectedly emerge. As the Sun shifts from Taurus to Gemini, and Jupiter prepares to leave Taurus and enter Gemini, the flow of your energy also changes direction. This is a shift from stability to exploration, from accumulation to expansion, from playing it safe to testing something new. That's why even when everything around you feels chaotic, there's an unusual inner urge stirring within you to learn a new skill, try launching a small online business, start writing that book, or even just enroll in a course you've been hesitating about all year. These aren't passing thoughts. They're natural calls from the changing energy of the cosmos, encouraging you to step out of your comfort zone. However, to seize this opportunity, you'll have to act on your own. No one is going to pave the way for you, and no one will push you forward. The outer chaos may cause hesitation, but within that chaos, those who dare to move first will find their own path. Only those Aquarians who trust their intuition, who are willing to take that uncertain first step, will truly be able to grasp the luck of this phase. And once you dare to begin, you'll realize that what feels small now may actually become the foundation for a much greater journey ahead. These events are not limited to external changes. They also quietly seep in, deeply affecting every aspect of your life. From love and career to finances and health, everything is being influenced in its own unique way. Let's take a closer look at these effects so you can better prepare for the right steps ahead. First, let's see how this month might affect your emotional life and close relationships. Following the general shifts, Aquarius love life in May is also deeply influenced by strong astrological energies. As Pluto retrogrades in your sign, the unresolved matters within your heart will rise to the surface powerfully. If you're currently in a relationship, questions about the future will naturally emerge, sometimes through casual conversations that unexpectedly expose deep differences between you and your partner. If both of you lack mutual understanding and flexibility, emotional distance can easily grow into something difficult to mend. Issues once swept under the rug may suddenly become hot topics, forcing both of you to confront them directly. If you're single, you may feel your desire to connect with others decreasing. You'll find yourself turning inward more, focused on healing old wounds rather than rushing to find someone new. At the same time, Pluto's energy can cause old flames or forgotten memories to unexpectedly return, pushing you into a moment of decision. Will you continue letting go, or consider giving something another chance? After matters of the heart, work and finances are also areas experiencing considerable impact this month. Let's take a closer look at the signs you need to pay attention to. In your career, invisible pressure will begin to intensify from mid-May as both the Sun and Venus move into Gemini. This shift causes the communication environment to change rapidly. New tasks pile on, but support systems fail to keep up, leaving you feeling as though everything is spinning out of control. You may feel that your current job no longer matches your rhythm or ideals. If you try to push through, you may start feeling increasingly stifled, easily irritable, or lost. This is a natural signal urging you to reassess. Is this still the right place for your long-term growth? Some Aquarians may start considering changing companies, switching careers, or at the very least, building new skills to prepare for a future transition. In terms of finances, the rapidly changing environment brings along a number of unexpected expenses. Your income may slow down or shift in form, while payments for things like insurance, repairs, or investments keep popping up. Financial agreements and investment partnerships are prone to misunderstandings this month due to unclear communication under Gemini's influence. And finally, though no less important, pay close attention to the signals from your physical and mental health this month, as they reflect the underlying pressures you might not have noticed yet. In terms of physical health, May is a period where silent crises are more likely to occur due to the combined influence of Pluto retrograde and the powerful energy shift from Taurus, representing stability, to Gemini, which symbolizes constant motion. This transition can easily push your body into a state of prolonged stress without you even realizing it. Mental pressure can lead to insomnia, mild headaches, or digestive issues caused by accumulated anxiety. If you find yourself becoming easily irritable or inexplicably tired, those are the signs that need your attention. On a mental level, feelings of isolation or a loss of trust in the relationships around you may quietly creep in. At times, you may wonder whether you've lost your way among the very people you used to feel close to. But don't lose hope too quickly. These quiet moments are actually a chance for you to return to yourself in a deeper and more meaningful way. The advice for this month is simple. Spend more time in nature. A gentle walk outdoors, a few moments of silent meditation, or simply sitting under a tree can be enough to soothe your soul. Sometimes, emotional healing doesn't require anything grand. Just your willingness to pause and truly listen to yourself. The influences in May do not appear in isolation. They are interconnected like a chain of events, pulling you through each phase of transformation. From relationship turbulence and career pressure to financial instability and opportunities for personal growth, everything has been carefully arranged by the universe. Let's take a closer look at each week to better understand the journey you're on. In the first week, from May 1st to 7th, Pluto begins its retrograde motion in Aquarius, quietly awakening deep-seated emotions and triggering the unraveling of significant relationships in your life. Right from the beginning of the month, Pluto starts retrograding in your own sign. You may feel a heavier emotional state than usual, as if a layer of old memories is clouding your mind. Doubts about relationships, your direction, or your path will begin to surface. If you've been hesitant about a certain relationship, be it with a friend, a partner, or a colleague, this week those hidden uncertainties will no longer stay silent. This marks the beginning of the event. A significant relationship may come to an end that we previously discussed. Don't rush into action. Simply listen to your emotions and take note of the subtle changes occurring beneath the surface. In the second week, from May 8th to 14th, a clash of energies between Taurus, Mars, and Mercury begins to heighten tensions in both your work and social relationships, planting the first seeds of major shifts in your career. As this week unfolds, the conflicting energy from Taurus, Mars, and Mercury makes communication and action feel increasingly strained. You may find yourself running out of patience with your current work environment. Unreasonable demands, aimless meetings, and vague commitments could easily push you to your limit. This lays the foundation for the event unexpected shifts in your career that we previously covered. A desire for freedom, for owning your time and life, will begin to grow stronger within you. In the third week, from May 15th to 21st, under the powerful influence of planetary aspects between Taurus and Gemini and Pluto's deeper energies, your finances will face major disruptions, and a key relationship could come to a definitive close. This is a pivotal week when both your finances and personal relationships come under intense pressure. The opposition between Taurus and Gemini destabilizes your financial flow. Income may slow down, while unexpected expenses such as repairs, insurance, or medical costs seem to arise out of nowhere. At the same time, under Pluto's transformative influence, a significant relationship may officially come to an end, not just as a feeling anymore, but as a concrete reality. This is the moment you'll be forced to choose. Are you holding on out of habit, or are you ready to let go and move forward? As you enter the final week of the month, from May 22nd to 31st, the Sun and Venus transition into Gemini, and Jupiter prepares to change signs, ushering in a fresh wave of energy and bringing you opportunities to grow new skills, gain knowledge, or launch a long-held personal project. And this last week carries a distinctly different tone, lighter and more expansive. As the Sun officially enters Gemini and Venus joins it, you'll feel your heart lighten and your curiosity about the world reawaken. A chance to study, develop a new skill, or finally begin that personal project will suddenly flash before you. But it won't land in your lap. You must step out of your comfort zone and actively claim it. This is the real-world manifestation of the event, the emergence of a new opportunity that we've previously mentioned. Each week in May brings you its own story, but they all lead toward a common purpose, pushing you to grow up, to become braver, and to live more honestly with yourself. This is not a month to try to control everything according to your old plans, but a time to learn how to listen to the natural flow of life and adjust yourself with more grace and softness. Pluto is retrograding in your sign, reminding you that growing up isn't about avoiding pain, it's about having the courage to face what you were once afraid to confront. When you dare to look directly at your deepest emotions, you'll realize that you are far stronger than you ever thought. Consider this month's anxiety, confusion, and self-reflection, not as signs of failure, but as necessary steps in the journey of renewing yourself. The Sun and Venus entering Gemini also bring you another lesson. Be flexible, embrace the diversity of life, and stop clinging to any fixed plan. This month, curiosity and openness to new ideas will be your best companions, helping you see opportunities even in the most chaotic moments. Don't be afraid to experiment, and don't shy away from changing the way you perceive yourself. Financially, as Jupiter prepares to change signs, this is the perfect time to focus on strengthening your personal financial foundation. Instead of chasing after tempting investment opportunities, take time to learn more about money management and reassess your spending habits. The small seeds you plant now may bring lasting stability and open the door to long-term financial luck in the months ahead. And finally, remember to return to yourself. Let yourself be quiet, be present, and simply breathe. Amid all the inevitable changes, your heart is still the most reliable compass you have. And always believe this: what falls apart today is only making room for stronger roots to grow tomorrow. A new chapter is waiting for you, one that calls for your courage, your wisdom, and the light that only you can bring into the world. The journey through May won't necessarily be easy, but it isn't meant to break you either. It's designed to help you clearly see what's been pushing you off course, what's been holding you back, and most importantly, what is truly worth holding on to as you move forward. Whether it's an old relationship, a career direction, or a habit you once thought you could never let go of, all of it is being stirred by astrological forces, so you can choose again, this time with more clarity and maturity. May for Aquarius is an invitation to return to yourself. There's no need to rush, no need to prove anything. Just be honest enough to listen, gentle enough to let go, and brave enough to start again, even if it's just one small step. Because sometimes it's in the very moments when you feel most lost that you begin walking straight toward the person you were always meant to become. If what you've heard here feels true to your current journey, don't forget to hit subscribe so you won't miss the next forecast. Every zodiac sign has its own path, its own lesson, and I'll be here each month to help you gently uncover those truths with sincerity and care. Which sign do you want me to cover next? For May, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I'll read through and choose the most requested ones for upcoming videos.